my name is Gabby. I'll be your occupational therapist today, and I'm just going to be conducting a short interview with you just to get an idea about your roles and your routines and what your daily life is like. So I'll just be asking you some simple questions, and you can just feel free to tell me whatever you want.
Okay.
So if you could just begin by describing a typical day during your week.
A typical day during my week. Well, I would say that, I go to school right now and I'm studying. So I wake up maybe around like 6 or 7 in the morning, if I get enough sleep, because my sleep is just, but my classes start either 8 a.m. or more towards the afternoon. I tend to eat breakfast because I'm, on this diet recently that, just trying to make sure I stay healthy. I'm getting older in my life. And if I can, after the class or maybe before class, get a workout in, I'll go to the gym. And, I go to class, and then once class ends, I either find some downtime to just relax for a second, or if something's due, I'll do some homework. I'll grab something to eat sometime during the day, come back home after another class probably in the afternoon, and I'll watch some TV just to kind of wind down. And if I have to study, then I'll probably be like stressed out at my desk and make some phone calls because I live by myself in the state. My family's out of state. And if I didn't get that workout in the morning, I'll work at night. And I would say it's pretty routine, pretty much school and working out.
Okay, so you mentioned that sometimes you don't sleep so well. Do you find that your sleep patterns really affect your mood during the day and affect how your day goes?
Yeah, for sure. Because I don't know if I haven't been like diagnosed or anything, but like I do have insomnia. Like I do tend to overthink a lot, especially at nighttime. And I guess my new like routines of like working out like shift towards the night because I want to like exhaust myself. But it does affect me as far as like during the daytime. I don't know if it's necessarily my mood, but it's maybe my willingness to do things because my immune system is maybe down, or I don't know, just don't have the energy to do it. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I would say it definitely causes me to do less, productive work.
Well, it sounds like you're coping with it pretty well. You mentioned that you enjoy working out, that you try to sort of tire yourself out, so that's a good coping mechanism. Mm-hmm. So is your weekend any different than your weekday?
I would say I stay home more than I used to in my life, so I wouldn't say it's much different. I try to, maintain a social life, and I have friends, but they're older as well. Like, we're more in our late 20s, so we don't really do crazy stuff like we used to, go out as much. And I guess the ambitions for that are gone. But, when it's an occasion, like a birthday or something, we try to hang out. But, I'm more home. And I actually picked up reading more than I've ever read in my life. I was more of a writer. Like, I like to do poetry. But then I, found some more downtime, I guess, and started picking up some books. Who'd have thought?
So it sounds like you're pretty satisfied with your routines?
I'm adapting, for sure. I mean, I would say that it's, if we're, putting this on the record, like over the holidays, it was tough for me. I don't know if I was depressed or what it was, but that was kind of like the reason why I would stay up late. I would just be thinking of all this other stuff that probably wasn't necessary to think about, but it caused me to have bad habits that I didn't have before. Mm-hmm. And I think that once I started to like really like willfully want to like stop it, because I knew it wasn't good, and two, it made me feel like I wasn't going to perform well in school, and especially right now in my life, I need to make sure I'm on my P's and Q's and looking forward. That I would say that I'm adapting more than anything else, but I'm still not where I want to be.
Okay. And if you were having a really good day or a really bad day, what would those days be like? So you can start by explaining the really good day.
A really good day. To me, I think giving is what causes me to feel like I had a good day. But then I also, you know, have a combative mind towards altruism and, you know, if really my deed is a good deed, but, you know, or more just something that needs to be done. But like a good day would be helping someone like needy. A good day would be getting a free meal somehow. If that's a good day. A good day would be being able to, you know, play basketball, which I also like to do. A good day would be to talk to someone who maybe I may consider of interest, that maybe not just a temporary thing, but more of a longevity kind of thing. And a great day also would be to get an A in a psychosocial class. But yeah, I mean, I think it would be great to get good grades. That would be a great day. And to talk to my mom and just to hear that she's doing well.
That's great. And what about a really bad day?
Oh man, a really bad day would be me staying in bed, wasting the whole entire day, oversleeping, working out for like a minute and feeling like I need to go home because I just don't feel like working out anymore, not eating well, and maybe allowing my emotions to get the best of me in some case or some form where I could have thought it out better. So like I react in an impulsive manner maybe, and that's not, you know, of a mature, you know, reaction that I would say now in my life I'm trying to be holding myself accountable for.
Mm-hmm. So what would you say are the most important things to you in your daily routine?
Most important?
You mentioned maybe like playing basketball is something that's really important to you and eating well.
Yeah, I think eating is the biggest thing right now because in the last month and a half, I stopped eating meat, and that was cool. I mean, not to say I stopped forever because I'm gonna probably eat meat again, but I wanted to just try to like hone my body, and so like right now, my peace of mind, body, and soul. As I'm reading a lot of books that, you know, are religious books, but like they're just more like books that make you think, and then just trying to live a lifestyle that I would say is deemed worthy, or considered a righteous lifestyle.
So you also mentioned previously that maybe over the holiday time you were in like a little bit of a depression. So how is your routine different when you were going through that period?
Man, I mean that's I think like I said, it was like I was oversleeping so much. I would find myself up at nights because I had nothing else to do. I didn't have classes, and my work schedule was super flexible and during like late afternoons. So yeah, I mean, I think the sleep patterns is really what got me, and I found myself trying to fill voids. Like I like being busy. At the same time, I was like rest, so it was like a battle. I was like, oh, I don't have to do anything, so that's great. I can just lay here. But then I would lay there and lay there and lay there.
And then you start to think and let
exactly.
your mind race.
And then I wouldn't say that. I mean, I would say my circle of friends is very small, and because they were still busy with what they were doing, I found myself like isolated, and my family was out of state, so like it wasn't like I was around people. And you know, in my life, I guess, you know, something from the past. You know, I was only child, kind of, because I do have older siblings, but they're way older, so I was raised as an only child. And, you know, the isolation, you know, people say, oh, you know, it's good to be alone and, you know, love yourself. I love myself too much to the point where it's like I need to love other people because I have so much in me. So, yeah, I mean, I really love people. I love being around them. I do like my space, but too much of my own space is just like, so.
Yeah. And what's the most important thing to keep the same about your routine? So something that you really appreciate doing every day.
Well, now it's that reading. I want to read something every day, whether it's like more towards my career. So I read an article about reading about your career before you go to sleep. So like it's always the last thing I read. But sometime between then, I also want to read something that will give me a fact or give me something that I can bring up in discussion. I've always been a fan of different, facts and knowledges. So like a Renaissance mentality. So. Yeah.
And So after going over the interview, I've scored all of the areas that we touched upon. So things like your daily satisfaction with your routine, and the things that you wanted to change, as well as your satisfaction in your current roles in your personal life and in your work life. And what I found was that you scored pretty highly in all these areas, which indicates that you're generally satisfied with the way your life is right now. But you did report a few changes that you would like to make. So, for example, you reported that you wanted to make some changes in your sleep habits so that your daily routine was a little bit more consistent. So that seemed to be affecting a lot of your other life areas. So we can definitely work on tactics to improve your sleep, as well as perhaps some different coping strategies to help you when you feel lonely because you are living far away from your family.